Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today we're going to be getting started doing episode 8 of the Challenge All Stars. This is the part 1 of the finale. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It's been I don't know. I just feel cheated out of there's still too many people, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like we need to weed some more people out of this final, but it is what it is. I'm excited to see who wins. There's been an interesting season to say the least.
So we're going to get started here. So when the episode starts, we are coming back from the what's her name? Gisela and Easy elimination win. So everybody is congratulating them, and then everybody is also excited because they all know that they have all made it to the final. And then we get a little scene where Gisela and Anissa talk about their issues that they were having last episode, and they kind of squashed their beef. Gisela says that she was really mostly upset because Anissa lied to her, and Anissa said that they were voting for yes, and she didn't. So I guess from her point of view, it wasn't about like the action that she took, just the fact that she lied about it.
I mean, I don't know. That friendship seems kind of fake to me now. I mean, you can say, I mean, I don't think Hastella forgave Anissa. I think she was just because the way she was talking, she's like, I'm cutting dry. You screwed me over once, that's it. And Anissa was just sitting there like, I know. Like, she's like, you burned this bridge. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
Okay, and so literally the next day is the final. As they are heading to the once they get to the final, it's like on the beach, or I guess, I don't know, by the water. And so as soon as they get there, TJ comes out, he explains kind of the rules to them. And again, they are playing for $500,000. And he explains the rules to them, which is going to be the free agents invasion style, where they will be switching up the partners every step of the final. Each stage, depending on the placement you come in, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you will get points. So first place gets 5 points, second place gets 4 points, and so on and so forth. So at the end of the entire final, the person with the most amount of points is the person that will be the overall winner. So with your partner,
I was gonna say, I also think because they separated, so I also think it plays into time too once they start that relay. So I think the points and plus your time will add up, which is I'm a little worried about because like it just can't be.
Why do you think time?
Because if somebody let's say for example, Mark had the most points, but he got to the finish line last, they're not just gonna make him the winner because he got the most points.
Yes, it will. No. If let's say he make it to the final 5. I mean, I don't know. Let's say once they get to an individual portion, if he got the most points, he makes it to the finish line last, that means he don't get no points. Let's say he don't get no points by that point. I have 100 points. It doesn't matter if you got
that's why I said I don't think they're going by points once they go individual. I think it's gonna be time.
No, I think it's points all the way through. It's all the way through because the last portion is singular. So when whoever, so they all doing their different their team stuff. And overall, this person got 50, this person got 40, this person got 30, whatever. When they split into individual, those are your points by yourself.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know. I
think that's what it is. And then when it's individual, it's still points. So
if I get to the flag first, I don't know, because if I get to the flag first and I only have 5 points and I lose, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's your fault. You didn't do that with the whole thing. It's overall. You didn't.
But that's what I'm saying. It just don't make sense for them to like. What's the point after we get individual? If I'm already like, even if I can't, what it was 4 checkpoints.
Well, they might
or something or 5 points. 5, 10, 15, 20 points all together. So if I'm already in last place before I even get to the individual part, what's the point of me even racing if I already know, even if I get to the finish line, I'm gonna lose?
Yeah, so maybe you mean even if you came in first place?
Yeah.
So maybe before they split off individual, they're probably going to tally up points. And if you don't have at least this number, you're out, because if you don't have, let's say if you don't have 50. So let's say you don't have 50 and the last portion is worth 50, let's say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's say you got you don't, if you don't have 50, you out, because even if you won the last portion, you can't win. But let's say you have 40 and you win first place, you can still win. So I think that, I know what you're saying, but I think that they might do like kind of like that, like if you are not at least at this number of points, then you are out at this part. Let's get started. And so they start with a puzzle. So once you solve the puzzle, so this is how they're choosing the partners. You don't get to choose immediately first. So you solve the puzzle, and once you finish, the next opposite sex person who finishes is your partner. So as soon as they start the puzzle, Alton got it done super fast. He was quick with it. He never even like alluded to the fact that he even knew how to do puzzles like that. But Alton finished first. He finished really quickly, but he has to wait before he jumps in the canoe to paddle off. He has to wait for the next woman to finish. So right after Alton finishes, um, Anissa finishes. So Alton and Anissa are partners. So you do not get to choose for this first round. Alton and Anissa are partners, so they jump in their canoe and they are off. They're right now in first place. Okay. And so then we have people finishing left and right. So then we have Darrell. Darrell finishes, and right after him, John A finishes. They jump in their canoe, they're off. Yesella finishes. And for a minute, I thought Yesella was gonna be with Yes, because Yes was waiting for Jimmy, but Yesella finished. But I think Yes waited to place his last puzzle piece because he was waiting for Jimmy. So Yesella finishes, and then Derek finishes. So Yesella and Derek are together. They go off in their canoe. Yes and Jimmy are together. They go off. Ruthie and Mark, next couple to go off. Next pair to go off. And last is Kellyanne, and she is waiting. She has to wait because Easy is the only person left, and he is not finished. He's taking a while to finish his puzzle. So everybody else is in the water, because the next leg is a canoe race to the other side of the lake, to the next checkpoint. And whoever gets to the other side of the lake last is out. So Kellyanne is in last place right now with Easy until he finishes his puzzle. Once he finishes, they jump in their canoe and they're off too.
I was I was worried for Kellyanne because I was like, if she lose,
Yes.
I was upset. I think Yes played it smart. He noticed that Jimmy was a sleeper agent, and he's like, I seen what she did at that log challenge. I know I want her to be my partner, which is smart. Because Jimmy is not playing this season. So I thought it was like he was like, yeah, I'm not going for Hisela. I like you, but no, ma'am, you're no. I don't
Yeah.
trust you to win me this money.
So Yesella and Derek right now are paddling, are in the canoe paddling, and they are in third place. I can't remember who is in first place was Alton and Anissa, and second place is still who's second place? Darrell and Jonette. Yesella and Derek are in third place, so they're pretty. They in the middle, but they're towards the front. But they are paddling super super slow. They neither one of them know how to steer a canoe. They neither of them go do water stuff with sports. So neither one of them are good at this particular challenge. So they're going really slow, even though they got a head start on a lot of the other competitors. Because they are going slow, Yes and Jimmy are able to catch up, and Yes and Jimmy pass them. So Yes and Jimmy are now in third. And then as they continue to go, Mark and Ruthie also pass them. So now Yesella and Derek are in fifth place with only Kellyanne Easy behind them.
Yeah, and then also while they was canoeing and rowing and whatnot, then Alton and Nisa started to have issues because they was taking on water for some reason. Anissa said that she went to summer camp, she know about canoeing, and that first seat wasn't actually a seat, and yeah, the weight distribution was off, and they ended up going under. So I
Yeah.
found that pretty interesting, and
Yeah.
it was interesting.
Yeah. But if she thought he was sitting in the wrong spot, this is worth $500,000. Tell him to get up. Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
with Derek, Derek and Derek and Casella did. Derek was like, "Let me
Yes,
get in the front." He jumped over her, and they made it work. Like
yeah,
Anissa, I
tell
felt
me
like she was telling him, but not really like telling him. Like,
yeah,
girl,
you
for
know,
you
kind of be
to,
nice.
yeah, for you to be wanting to be in the final for like 10 plus years, you're not really being assertive. If I was you, it took me 10 years to get to the final. It's like, baby, you're not about to have me lose. Get your ass back, one seat, and let's do this.
Because they flipped, they lost their first place placing or spot. They lost their first place spot, and Darrell and John A passed them, and who else passed them?
And
Darrell and John A passed them, and then so do Yes and Jimmy and Mark and Ruthie. So they are now in fourth place once they are finally able to get back on their boat. So everybody is paddling and everybody eventually makes it to shore, except for the last two teams. And like I said, Yasela and Derek are in fifth place, but they're going so slow. And at one point, they were even going backwards because they didn't know what they were doing, but they were trying to get it how they get it. And um, you know, Easy and Kellyanne came up from behind and took their spot and got to shore before them. So Yasela and Derek are eliminated. So Darrell and Johnny finished first, so they get 5 points. Yes and Jimmy finished second, so they get 4 points. Mark and Ruthie third, 3 points. Alton and Anissa fourth, 4 points. And Kellyanne and
what?
Easy finished last, so they get one. No, one. What?
Yeah, Alton and Nisa got 2 points, not four.
2 points. What did I say?
Four.
Oh, sorry. I meant they finished fourth. They got points. And Kelly Ann and Easy finished last, so they only get 1 point. We are now at checkpoint 2. The new teams are John and Yes, Darrell and Jimmy, Ruthie and Easy, Mark and Anissa, and Alton and Kelly Ann. So this first thing for checkpoint 2 is they have to put a bike together. And then once they put the bike together, they have to ride it linked together by like a cord. I don't know. Um, I would never be able to put no dang on bike together. I mean, eventually I guess I could, but not within like a couple of minutes. No.
We saw the product of rushing to put a bike together. You know, pedals falling off, tires falling off,
Yeah.
people falling off.
Yeah, I know I know I wouldn't have been able to do it. Darrell knows how to put a bike together. Him and his family go camping. They bring their bikes and he knows how to do it. But Jimmy does not, so he really has to show her how to do it, tell her how to do it, basically do it himself. Um, and so through this bike challenge, John A and Yes are the first team to finish, and they go ahead and leave. And then after them is Mark and Anissa, Jimmy and Darrell, Easy and Ruthie, and last is Kellyanne and Alton. Yeah, Kelly and Alton. They leave last. Because they are linked together, I'm sure it's pretty hard to ride a bike. I think riding a bike as an adult is hard. Anyways, I recently bought a bike and I don't really know how to ride it. I bought a bike last summer, like to find stuff to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to ride it. I was riding it, it's really hard. Like I rode down one block and almost died.
Yeah.
So I cannot imagine riding a bike like in a competition. Oh my God.
Definitely with the terrain. It was definitely interesting, like I said, because we saw Anissa left brake didn't work.
Yeah.
Ruthie tire ended up falling off. Mark lost his pedal. He had to like skateboard it up to the finish line.
Yeah. So
So
it was just a tough time with everybody trying to ride their bikes while they are connected to each other. So everybody kept falling off. Like you said, Mark's pedal fell off. Everybody was struggling. And through this whole thing, Kellyanne and Alton worked really well together. Alton, I think, like she said, Alton is an amazing partner. I could tell because he just got a what's it called? He kind of calm about every situation in life. It seemed like whether it's serious or not, he seemed to be very calm. And I can imagine in a partner that would be good. You know what I mean? Like he not gonna yell at her. He just like, let's go. And then as they riding the bikes, he just, this is beautiful scenery. Like they not in a competition. So Kellyanne mentions that he is a good partner. And so as everybody else is falling off their bikes and crashing, Kellyanne and Alton are just passing everybody. And they were in last place. So when it finishes, Kellyanne and Alton go from last to second. Once they get there, they have the same partners for checkpoint three. For checkpoint three, they have to put together a puzzle with like a math problem involved. And
Yeah.
once you put together your puzzle, you have to wait for your partner. You can help them or not, but you cannot be like checked in as finished until after they finish. So with that one, Janae and Yes are the first to finish because they've been together since checkpoint two. Darrell and Jimmy finished second. Mark and Anissa finished third. Kellyanne and Alton finished fourth, and Easy and Ruthie finished fifth. I think Easy thought he was finished. He finished pretty quick, but he had to help Ruthie. The new partners are Kellyanne and Yes, Janae and Mark, Darrell and Ruthie, Jimmy and Alton, and Anissa and Easy. They have to sprint to the next checkpoint following the trail. They are still linked together. And so, as everybody is running, walking, whatever you want to do, I'm trying to say, as everybody is running and walking, they all pretty much are really close to each other. They can all see each other. And Darrell is like, trying to, because Darrell and Ruthie were at the very back of the pack, but Darrell is like, let's go. But Ruthie can't, she's tired. She can't do it. And Darrell picks up Ruthie and put her over his shoulder, and he goes, and he just wanted to be able to get past all the people they could see. But then once they got past them, he put her down, which was good. I mean, like, if you could do it and she's small enough to do it, why not do it? If she making you slow, let's go. I'm with him. That's what you should do. Kellyanne and Yes are first. Darrell and Ruthie come in second. Alton and Jimmy third. Johnny and Mark come in fourth. And Easy and Anissa come in fifth. And at this point, we get a little overall tally. So Yes, Darrell and Janae are in the lead of the whole point system, the leaderboard. They at the top. But yeah, so we're at checkpoint 4 now. So at checkpoint 4, they get to switch teams. And Darrell and Kellyanne are together. Yes, and Anissa, Mark and Jimmy, Easy and Janae, and Alton and Ruthie. When they get to the checkpoint 4, they switch partners, and we see that they have to eat 4 Carolina Reapers and solve a puzzle. So I guess they split it off two per person. And so after each person's eating it, they are throwing up, they're sweating, they just going through a lot. Everybody is just all over the place and also trying to solve this puzzle.
Besides Big Easy, because Big Easy apparently says he does this for a living. He's like, he popped up like Tic Tacs and was like, I'm gonna let Janae, ruin her insides while I solve this puzzle.
Yeah, because Easy didn't really have a problem. At least he didn't show outwardly that he had a problem eating the Reapers. But like Kellyanne was throwing up and couldn't take it. Who else? Everybody.
Yeah, a lot of them was good starting off, but once we started to see them actually go through their path or their sprint or whatever, that's when a lot of the after effects started to kick in.
Yeah. So as everybody is running the trail and going through the trail, that's when the Carolina Reapers really start hitting a lot of people because they're running and walking and they feeling it. I don't really understand. I feel like once we're running, I would just throw up. I would just throw it up because it's not about to take me out. Like Easy, Johnny. Well, Johnny said, she's having trouble because Easy is saying, we can just walk this, and she's like, no, we can't walk it. Let's go. Because his problem didn't seem to be the Carolina Reaper. It just seemed like the walk was getting to him, and Johnny is trying to go because she didn't seem that affected by the Carolina Reapers at this point. And
her whole little thing got the while he was solving the puzzle, and plus, like I said, she's already in the lead, and Easy has been coming to literally last place. So
every time,
I think in her head, she's like, "Come on, let's go! I'm not trying to lose. I'm in this final. I'm trying to prove something to myself.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be proving something to yourself. Like, let's go."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. And then Jimmy says she's from Louisiana and she used to hot stuff and everything, but she said once they start walking, she gets really sick, like the peppers hit her stomach and she get cramps in her stomach and she just is on the ground on her hands and knees sick. And what's his name? Mark has to wait for her because you can't go anywhere without your partner. And then they go to Darrell. Darrell is also seeming like he is getting ready to pass out. Those peppers are hitting him as well. Like I said, his partner is Kellyanne. So they were at the front. They are in first, but Darrell like kind of looks like he falls or whatever. And then we see subtitles and he has called for a medic and then the episode goes off. I don't think he's gonna fall out. I think they just playing it up for the commercial, like the break.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get back up. Thanks guys for watching our review. That was the end of episode 8 of the Challenge All Stars finale part 2. So we will be back next week to give our review on the final part of the finale.
And the overall season.
Yeah. Yeah, and our thoughts on the overall season. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Who do you think is going to win? And we'll see you on the next one.